Today, I am going to be ranking some of the worst streamers to ever be on the internet. Now, you might be asking, if they're all the worst streamers, then shouldn't they all be F tier? And you'd be correct to think that. However, that is not what I'm going to rank them on, because, of course, that would be useless. So the actual criteria that we are going to be using for this video is least to most entertaining, because some of these streamers on this list are actually going to be rather likable to some of you, but a huge amount of people also think that they're annoying. Some of them are boring, some of them are entertaining, and that's what we're going to be ranking them on. This means F is the least entertaining, and S is the most entertaining. Oh, and make sure to stay to the end, because who knows, maybe the streamer that you're really familiar with will be towards the end. All right, let's get right into it. Rakai, perhaps the face of what people are referring to when they talk about bad streamers. He's an extremely controversial figure, and he's done a lot of things on stream that many would consider to be objectively bad or annoying or reckless. But the question is, how entertaining is he? Now, as much as I hate to say it, he does kind of do some ridiculous things. Now, a lot of it's harmed by the fact that he's kind of an asshole. So while he can be very entertaining, as expected from a worst streamers list, we're gonna give him a C tier. Kai Cenat, he's controversial for so many reasons, kind of like Rakai, but, well, different reasons. He's in the same category of just doing crazy things for views. And you know what? Some of them are actually pretty helpful. He's done some charity streams, he's done charity events. While there's a lot of unlikable things about his streams, such as the crazy amount of ads, his content is ridiculous enough, and he has enough of a moral high ground that he's actually one of the better streamers on this list. So, we are gonna give him an A tier. XQC, for those of you who don't know, he originally got famous because he was extremely good at Overwatch. Actually, I'm not sure if it was Overwatch or another game, but regardless, he was extremely competitive. Kind of like Ninja. Ninja was really well known because he was good, right? He would destroy people in Fortnite games. He'd go crazy in solo squads. But back to XQC. The reason that he is considered like terrible by many is that he kind of seems to be like a bad entertainer. Like he doesn't really know what he's doing in terms of trying to be entertaining. Like if you think about him, none of the content he makes is extremely memorable because of what he's doing. Like he's not in some of the ridiculous situations that Kai Cenat is in. What he got famous for is the fact that he's really good at games. So I think that makes him rather one-dimensional, but he's not hugely unlikable like Rakai can be. So we are going to give him a B tier. If you're liking this video so far, consider hitting that like button or even subscribing. I would appreciate it a lot. Adin Ross. I think he makes a blend between Kai Cenat and Rakai. He's not as obnoxious as Rakai, but he's not as innovative as Kai Cenat. He's a very well-known streamer, and I do think he's introduced a lot of the people to the streaming scene. So I think we'll give him a B tier higher than XQC. Marlon. He kind of got famous entirely outside of his streaming. And the reason that people consider him a bad streamer is that he kind of doesn't seem to be an amazing entertainer like XQC. One of the whole points of Marlon's boom in popularity is his looks, right? If he did everything exactly the same, but he looked worse, would he be as entertaining? Oh man. But yeah, while he's not obnoxious, he's just one-dimensional, like I've been saying. So we're gonna give him a C tier. Neon. More IRL content similar to Adin Ross. I don't believe he's nearly as memorable as Adin Ross, right? Adin Ross, I mean, he was middle ground. A lot of Adin Ross's popular clips are when he's with other entertaining people. And Neon is just, I feel like he's even less than Adin Ross. I want to give him a D tier. I think he's the least entertaining so far. Phantom. Yet again, a lot of the people that know this guy have seen him with Kai Cenat, have seen him with other streamers. Though he does have a lot of more iconic clips out there. I mean, for example, Phantom Tax. A lot of you know what that is. Do you remember Neon for anything in particular? Not really, right? So we're gonna give Phantom a rank above Neon. C tier. Drewski. I think he has gotten better over time. He blew up in 2025. And if this list was made last year, I would put him in C tier. But I'm sure a lot of you have seen this picture. This picture right here. So while Drewski has been seen as obnoxious and boring by many, I really think he's getting better as time goes on. I don't know if I'd put him in A tier. You know what? I would put him in A tier. So yeah, we're gonna give him an A tier. Asmongold. Oh, I mean, what do you know Asmongold for? Genuinely, tell me in the comments below. What do you know Asmongold for? Do I believe he's as one-dimensional as Neon or XQC? Yeah, actually I do. If I'm not mistaken, a lot of the things I've heard about him is that he just reacts, and while that by itself isn't bad, it is kind of all he does. Again, he's one-dimensional. I think reaction YouTubers, they have to put in a lot of their personality, and some personalities aren't as likable, right? Like XQC, sure, his personality isn't crazy, but he got famous because he was extremely good at games. And that by itself is entertaining. Asmongold doesn't have a standout skill like that. And since his personality is also pretty unentertaining, I would give him a D tier. Tectone. Yet again, Tectone makes commentary nowadays on other creators and just, creator controversy, creator drama. It's actually a pretty crazy situation because he used to make way different content. But a lot of people like to say that he doesn't really contribute anything new to the whole creator drama space. He's just yet another person who chimes in on creator drama. And I would say he's very run of the mill because he's chosen a good topic, which is creator drama, but he himself doesn't contribute a huge amount to. So I think he's above people like Neon, but I don't think he's anything crazy. We're gonna give him a C tier. Amaranth. Can you tell me what Amaranth does? She still streams. Can you tell me what she does in her streams? Can 99% of you tell me what Amaranth is known for in terms of actually streaming? No. No, you can't. I mean, the most recent thing she was known for was like cheating on her husband, I think, or boyfriend. I don't know what it was in particular. But that doesn't set a very good precedent, does it? I honestly think she might have to get the first F tier of this video. Because again, how many of you just know off the top of your head what Amaranth does? What have you seen of Amaranth? Can you tell me what Amaranth does? No, probably not. I think she's the least entertaining of everyone here so far. F tier. Mizkif. Now, his career has kind of been destroyed by the lawsuit with Emaru, and I'm not going to comment on that right now. Now, let's just assume we're talking before that era, because let's face it, the only reason he's so well known and in this controversy in the first place, why you might even know about the Mizkif controversy, is because he was a big streamer. He was mostly part of content houses and like IRL content, right? Like game shows. I think it's a rather innovative thing to do, and while I don't think his personality in particular is that likable, I think he was decently innovative in terms of the whole like OTK and all of that. So I think I'll give him a C tier. He's innovative, right? But that's just about it. What do you think of this list? Tell me in the comments below.